The government loves me. I take the shots and have a convulsion. I give my child a shot. They never talk again. Thank you, New World Order. Thank you for the gifts. You are my cupcake, Obama. I love you. You're so trendy. I like it when you bomb third world countries.
A woman trusted with taking care of a 2-year-old is charged with murder tonight after that child was rushed to a hospital in a helicopter on Monday and taken off life support late last night. This evening, I spoke with the child's father about his last moments with his little girl.
B. C.
He never thought his visit with her Thursday would be his last.
We got to sit down at McDonald's and have lunch and play for a while. She got a little Despicable Me 2 toy in her Happy Meal, and she loved it. And she kept climbing up in my lap, and she fed me French fries, and it's a lot of fun.
On Monday night, Joshua Hill's daughter, Alexandria, or Alex as they like to call her, was rushed to a hospital with severe head injuries and immediately placed on life support.
I can't even describe it.
Alex was living with foster parents after CPS removed her from her parents' home last November for neglectful supervision. Hill admits they were smoking pot when their daughter was asleep.
We never hurt our daughter. She was never sick. She was never in the hospital. She never had any issues until she went into state care.
For 2 months, Alex was placed in a home that Hill says was dangerous.
She would come to visitation with bruises on her and mold and mildew in her bag. It got to a point where I actually told CPS that they would have to have me arrested because I wouldn't let her go back.
In January, CPS placed her with this woman, Cheryl Small.
And when I got there, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I found out that Alex was in a coma.
For 2 days, they held out hope she would regain consciousness. But on Wednesday night, Alex was taken off life support.
And Alex passed around 10:30 that night.
Detectives say Small's explanation didn't match Alex's injuries, and on Thursday, they charged the foster mother with murder. Hill says he was less than 4 months away from getting Alex back, and now he'll never get the chance. After police were called to Alex's foster home in Rockdale Monday, CPS removed another child in the home. Small was arrested today, and her bond is set at $100,000.
Just heartbreaking. Thanks, Chris. Officials with the Department of Family and Protective Services tell us it relies on private child placing agencies to perform background checks on all foster homes. The agency in this case is called Texas Mentor. State records show 15 total deficiencies for the Austin branch of Texas Mentor over the past 2 years. 4 of them were for failing to perform proper background checks on people who live in foster homes. But the state does not specify which homes were involved in those cases.
Here last week, we had many unanswered questions following Alex's death. Today, we learned a lot more. Alex went to live with Clement and Cheryl Small in late 2012. Clement Small does not face charges in her death, but he does have a criminal history. Beginning October 1987, he was charged with theft by check. Prosecutors dismissed that charge. In 1989 and 1990, he was convicted of delivery of marijuana and caught driving with a suspended license in 1999, 2001, and 2002. Despite his background, Texas Department of Family and Protective Services says Clement Small still qualified to be a foster parent. Why? Minor drug charges 10 years or older do not disqualify potential foster parents. The state dismissed Small's theft charge, so that also didn't count against him, nor do misdemeanor suspended licenses. We also had a lot of viewers asking why the state removed Alex from her biological parents.
That's right, I just had to look. I couldn't turn away. Thanks for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, Adon Salazar is about to break some big news. Because he's gone to the courthouse, gotten the affidavits, court records. You know that little girl, Alexandria Hill, who got her brains bashed out a few months after she was taken because the father got ratted out for smoking marijuana late at night while watching movies with his wife? Well, I mean, of course you got to take a child for that. Turns out the foster parents, the male foster parent, it's the woman who's been arrested for reportedly bashing the brains out of the little 2-year-old Alexandria. Turns out he has multiple convictions for being a drug dealer. So if you smoke a joint watching a movie, we're going to take your kids and give them to people that look like trolls. And the little girl's going to get beat up and have black eyes and her hair falling out. And the state's going to not help. They know what they're doing. And then when they kill her, well, that's just somebody else to throw in the prison. But they're going to hand your kids over to people with drug convictions. Drug dealing two drug dealing convictions. Not one, but two. And of course, all the prosecutors and bad cops that are on the YouTube video defending it, you people are sick. And let me just give you some bad news, okay? Bad news for you. All this evil is going to come back on you. And I've had bad cops who go, what is that, a threat? And I go, no, dummy. If you had any spirit, you'd know that when you do bad stuff, man, you're not God-fearing. It's not that I even want to do bad things, but I just think about bad things just to analyze them. And I just think about how bad that is and how I don't want to be part of that. It's called God-fearing. And you people do not have any bearing. You don't have any mooring, any rudder, any compass, any North Star. You do not have any conscience. And you just think whatever's good for you must be good for everybody. So if you want to steal from people or you want to cheat and you want to rationalize, that's okay. And it goes for the general public as well. I mean, this television is nothing but a demonic society now. Ask yourselves, what are you doing in this time of great challenge? What are you doing to unlock minds?